The guilt of taking breaks as an artist. What really caused us to feel that way? Me? Oh, I am absolutely shameless. No guilt whatsoever. You see this? I have posted on October 1st, 2023 after November 20, 2022. This is how shameless I am. But unlike my past self, I am not brave anymore. In past, while being in college, I used to only focus on art. Maybe got few commissions to save money for my art course. But after I am graduate, I feel immense pressure to do more art and market them on social media through various ways, and not to mention the most needed commission work pressure, cause that's my only way of income. I know the creative business or work impacts artist face severely cause I experience it every day. Now on outside everyone is watching me sitting on my computer desk 16 hours a day with a messed up sleep schedule could assume that I'm just playing game on my PC and wasting my time without getting a real job. But I know how I am just sacrificing my own time, family time, and any possible weekend break I deserve. Because when the whole work of yours depend yourself totally, you can't take a break. Now, art students who make career out of art might work as illustrator or work in studios or other creative places, but some might choose the path to business or freelancing, which is pretty much a self-owned job. Running a self-owned business or job online is just being the part of hustle culture. To explain hustle culture by definition from Urban Dictionary, of course, states that the glorification of working very long hours in hope of reaching one's professional goals while disregarding one's health and personal relationships. Because when it's your only source of income, entire profit or earning of your work depends solely on your work efficiency. You are one to blame if anything goes wrong. On top of your own loss, after working intensely for 8 hours a day like a normal job holding person, you also spend remaining hours of your day too thinking it might bring extra income, which hustle culture promotes too, like either working those remaining hours or doing something productive like learning new skills or languages. As a result, it gives people guilt of any personal time break like self care, hobby, and spending time with friends and family for not doing something productive. And when it comes to art is something that can't be perfect because it's subjective. You need to keep working on your personal drawing skills to make it better or make it more sellable or appealing to majority audiences perspective. Now these very conceptions became strong more due to COVID time. So many people tried to be productive and working due to the guilt of not doing anything. Not to mention of so many people suffering from financial problems. People take those time to capitalize, and that's how so many small businesses have flourished online that time. So that pressure was productive, motivated by hustle culture. This is part of reason why hustle culture was so famous. You will get results if you work 80 hours a week. Seeing promised results of your hard work is really enticing enough to sacrifice health and happiness for it. Since I started taking this art career seriously and generate income out of it, I am constantly working and any spare time trying to create small selling item out of my embroidery or art skills. Learning skills like website development and even working out to move my body after sitting in desk for hours. Even when I take my time out to enjoy with friends and family, I feel constant guilt, pressure for making up this time in back of my mind. This impacted me so much. The things I used to do for my own happiness has become necessity to do for productive and financial reasons that I feel fear now too for not doing that enough to serve the purpose. Justifying every action of mine to serve a bigger purpose and not for my pleasure took all of the love I had for those activities. My creative productivity is the same as hustling. Although everyone somehow fall victim to it, I think Some artists had more affected than others, especially social media artists. So that's why it's important to draw attention to understand and not falling into this toxic cycle. Art itself a thing to require some level of inspiration, creativity and meaning. And to feed the algorithm and creating a bigger audience, it totally anticipates the thought of creativity and meaning. It doesn't matter if you create something unique and thoughtful. It matters if it will sell and get engagement in social media. It's a pressure to create things in quantity inefficiently and putting your creativity and inspiration aside that you like not enjoying the process of creativity at all. You have to draw what mass audience wants to see and make it quickly in low effort, just like Pinterest girl art trope or engaging reels with low effort art. Your content, quality of your work and growth as an artist is affected because you don't have the time to make each piece equally good in small amount of time. And if you make them good by taking your time, you don't have content to engage with your audience or market your work in order to get sales. As a result, you are not studying your work enough, not making it thoughtful and experimenting with new art styles, learning more difficult aspects of this. You aren't overcoming your fear of failures too, resulting the experiment with new styles and difficult techniques. Cause not looking good enough to post it when you need to post as much as you can all the time. So productivity isn't something that help you grow as an artist out of your comfort zone, making your art better rather than advocating to draw constantly something Instagram favors. I wonder how people get same face syndrome. What's the point of spending time on technique, style and experiment when it doesn't give value in terms of engagement or financial gain? And if we also people doesn't want to see those arts and prefer same face cute Pinterest girl over and over again. There's that's why so much art with similar art style, art reels containing 2% art and same cute designs that looks they have mated in between themselves. The intense bad devil side of your brain thinks out loud that what the point of experiment and learning. In social media, value of art in art markets solely based on what is trending and highly resistant change. So you know what? I'm gonna freaking draw some jelly art style Asian cute girl. This is why so many people embrace art career just to regret it later when they are obligated to serve the purpose of selling and marketing rather than expressing your creativity. Algorithm sometimes just basically punishes the creative people. It's baffling to me how audience expect new content from artists. For some, art is healing, but guess what? They are making reels to promote art, not art itself. This exhausting work and pressure to keep on leads to exhaustion, drained and depleted, finding it challenging to summon the emotional energy required for their creative work. Overworking can erode the passion and enthusiasm that initially fueled an artist's creative pursuits. The joy of creating may be replaced by a sense of obligation or routine contributing to emotional burnout. Long term exposure to the pressure of social media and the art world can result in cynicism and detachment. Artists may become disengaged from their work or their audiences, feeling a sense of disillusionment. Art becomes less of a means of expression and more of a paycheck. Always wondering if you will get engagement or audience will like it rather than if you will. Basically, being a slave to public and erasing the very purpose to work autonomously. Self esteem depending on sales and likes to losing motivation to draw at all. Working for unhealthy amount of time, leaving no time for your self-care, family, friends. We need breaks. We are humans. To take mind off our stress to things we like, make us happy. Always putting your mind in art and content, you are alone and isolated from rest of the world. It leads to all the negative aspect of mental health and deteriorations of relationships with loved ones. Not only our mental health, we compromise our basic health too. Spending prolonged periods of time sitting while creating digital art or managing social media can lead to a sedentary lifestyles. Lack of physical activity is associated with various health issues, including fatigue and decreased overall well being. It's absolutely necessary to move your body to stay fit. I find it so hard going out and not being exhausted after few minutes of walk. Not to mention the bad posture while I'm just standing. I look weird due to sitting all day in desk. I am certain too how every artist skip meals and sleep to work constantly while consuming coffee. Even if you do stay fit by exercising, eating, and sleeping properly, the massive stress we put on our wrist, eye, and shoulder can lead to repetitive strain, injuries, carpal strain, dry eyes, headache, difficulties in focusing, shoulder pain, and many more. There's no stored shortage of examples. But you know what? You also can't just stop it for your own sake when majority of people accepted it unless collective the art community doesn't respond to this trend of overworking, generating different form of content to feed the algorithm and gonna work basic healthy amount of time and maintain a healthy work life balance. But as I said, art hustle will give you a result. Those in bulk posted cute same face girls are gonna give you engagement and audience. And not everyone is brave enough to forfeit the dopamine rush, that enjoy of getting appreciation of your work worth my own mental sanity over my art. It's not that easy to just stop on your own moral values. The moment you choose to stop, you fall behind everyone who is actively in the rush. You lost the potential to get recognized as an artist, and possibly getting replaced by someone new, posting it daily in reel and post form just to get likes rather than own improvement. There's actively people talking about it, but some also viewed it as simple whining and not having the ability to keep up. You know what? You are delulu period thinking you got recognition as an artist, but in the long run you will understand the value of your work is nothing when it's solely based on trend and you are not brave enough to put your art improvement above over cheap frame. While telling all this, I am not brave enough myself. I often find myself doing those exacts to get commissions and tell myself that stop whining. I am not against changing, adapting, or working a little more for achievements. As I have said, I do all those things, but at what cost? Constantly fighting and trying to be on people's feet, suppressing others. This competition is meaningless when most of them are not even in the competition. I don't see new art, unique art. Instagram home feed is always filled with reels of artists recording themselves while drawing or small animatics. Some artists don't even post art. Their feed is just a reel. I don't see any art. It's just weird thumbnails. Why there isn't any simple post with nice art? I want to see just art, nothing else. No values of hashtags. How am I going to find new artists? It feels like whole art community is trying to be influencers. I wish to see art community change collectively and give posts more importance while sometimes doing reels. For now, there's just three options remained: either to accept it and embracing it to survive while simultaneously hurting ourselves. Second option to do give unhealthy amount of our life for a sake of art and surviving in social media and still trying to take breaks and stay healthy as much as possible, which I am doing because neither do I value this culture of overworking nor I have the courage to show it middle finger. And the third option, where you be the most brave, have faith in art community and do art with respect, time and dignity, keeping your art at the top and only way to represent your creativity. And if you are doing this, I have the utmost respect for your courage. This video is not to make you demotivated but to give my perspective for you to Evaluate your own. One thing to remember, you do what best for you. Personally, I try my best to take break although feeling guilt because after each break my art looks fresh and better automatically. So you too find what best for you. Bye.